Alright, part 2. Again, the reason why I do that instead of just doing one big fat video is just so they're easier to upload as opposed to a whole 30-minute long video. And plus those videos start to burn my phone up. They start to get my phone extremely hot after a minute. So if you want a good phone that does videos and stuff like that, a lot more options where you can actually switch from the front screen to the back screen, definitely do Samsung. Unless the Pro iPhones do that. Because I've never had an iPhone Pro. Like an iPhone 16 Pro Max or those $1,200 phones. I've only had the regular iPhone 16 and the iPhone 13. And you can't do that. But the Samsungs, you can do that. The Samsungs, you can stop the video. You can, kind of like this phone does it already too. You can actually switch cameras so then you don't have to stop recording and then re-record again. You can edit the videos and pictures and all that together on the album, the phone album, as opposed to this where you have to do iMovie and you have to completely download a whole new video. It's just like, you know, I'd rather not. But yeah, having a Samsung to do videos was so much more nicer and simpler compared to iPhone, honestly. So, anyway, but the update on my health so far, I'm still low-key kind of sick. My throat is still really sore in this one spot where I swallow. It still hurts. I think it's my tonsils. I think it might be my tonsils, but I'm not a doctor, and I gotta go back to Woody. I'm still coughing. I'm still dealing with blowing my nose, and I mean, that's not normal, but, you know, like, I'm still dealing with these things after almost 3 weeks. Like, the runny noses should have stopped by now, and the sore throat and the coughing should have stopped. I'm still coughing my lungs out, and my throat will actually cause me to throw by that one spot. It'll just randomly tweak out, and then I'll start coughing. I was coughing hard yesterday. It's just like, bro. But I haven't coughed yet today, so that's a good sign. But, you know, because normally when I talk this much, I start coughing. But I haven't coughed yet. But I've been waking up with sore throats, you know. But with that being said, yeah, you know, that's about it, really. Just, I mean, with my health. But going on to the weekend itself, yeah, Friday was pretty low-key, kind of lousy, but it was still a good day. Allie is a very lousy manager. That's all I got to say. They're all pretty damn lousy, you know, because like most managers, they don't see the good in the workers that are actually trying to do good. They just see the good in the nasty workers somehow. Hence, that the reason they're obviously moving me is because of Jeannie. That's obvious. Because of Jeannie's bitch ass. They're bringing her back in the group, but Jeannie's at risk of being fired. From what I heard. Jeannie's at risk of being fired if she gets complained about one more time. Yeah, Jeannie's at a big risk of getting fired if she doesn't quit playing her stupid little games. But, of course, with that, sadly, I have to move. Because, you know, because of her. And what's even more sad is David and Kyle, they're not going to go to the office to try to convince them. Because Dave's pretty much already given up on that. Even though Dave has done it a lot, which I appreciate it on that. But he says, I'm not even going to try because they've already made up their mind on that. I was like, yeah, I guess. It's bullshit, honestly. But anyway, when I went home on Friday, I should have just kept applying for work. But again, there's nothing out here. there's nothing out here that is well paid, benefiting, work I can handle. You know, I don't know how to be a technician. I don't know how to be maintenance. I don't fix things. I don't know how to do that shit without getting extremely frustrated, you know? I don't know how to do that shit, man. It's disappointing, really. And I know the things I want, being a rock star, is not going to be easy either. You want to be a rock star? Yeah. If I can make my own of myself, then yeah. But not for nasty little bad shit, deceiving record labels, no. One side's closed. I wonder why. I'm going to pause it here, though, real fast. I think that soldier's the only one out here this time. He's the only one here. So I know how that feels, man. But at least you get to hang out here and just click people in. But he probably has to be up at like fucking 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Which again is bullshit, but soldiers have to be on their toes all the time. For anything. Which is good mental training for them, you know, but a janitor, you know, that's no fucking reason to need to get up early, you know. I actually did wake up at 4 in the morning this time, but I fell back to sleep, you know, but that's good. If my body will keep doing that, then I could probably start getting up at 5, you know what I mean, be up by 5. I need to start getting stuff ready the night before. I'm going to start trying to prepare that so I can do the shit the night before. I shower the night before so then I can be out the door by like 5 o'clock. Or, 5:20. Get there close to 6. But I don't know where this place is again, so I don't exactly know what they're expecting of me. But, yeah, you know, I don't really know where I'm supposed to be going. But they need to give me directions. You know what I mean? They need to give me directions. All I know, it's some medical clinic. Probably a smaller building, obviously. But, you know, it might not be as busy. I guess there's only one team there, probably, from what they told me. I'm working with the team, which is good. Hopefully I'll get along with the team. I leave earlier. At least I won't have to deal with the fucking bumping into the supervisors anymore, ever. But there's probably a supervisor there, so anyone but Allie at this point. But hopefully they're not a dick bag either. But anyway, yeah, Friday I went home. I think what did I do on Friday? I think I just hung out the rest of the time. I don't know. I think I just hung out. I don't think I really did anything. I think I did apply to jobs for a minute, but I don't know. I really don't remember, honestly. I think I just hung out. I hung out, got some gas. No, I got gas the next day. Saturday, I got my car washed. I cleaned my car out a little bit. I dusted it, vacuumed. Went to the car wash. By the way, the ticket that I thought I got, it's actually not a ticket. It was actually jury duty, but I'm passing up on that. Unless it pays me. But again, I don't know the guy or what the fuck. You know, I don't know I don't know how to tell if people are guilty or not. Which is sad, you know, so I don't want to put innocent people in jail, and then this fucking bad guy who actually has no evidence on him but really did do it, you know what I mean? That's not going to be good on my conscience. So, but anyway, Saturday, yeah, I cleaned my car out. I took Tyler and Nate with me, and we went to pay my guitar down. I gave him $140. So now I owe $2,370 something, I think, because I was at $25.12 minus $140. That's $24.12. Yeah, $23.70. I think I owe $23.72 or something like that. I think. I'm pretty sure it's $23.72. Yeah, I give them as much as I can, you know. Kyle gave me that 20 and Jack gave me a 20, and then I pulled 100 out of my account. Yeah, because that's what I was allowed to pull out. So I pulled those out, and yeah, you know. And then Nate and I ate. Tyler didn't want to eat. Tyler was acting really weird. He looked like he was really upset about something. I think in reality, I think Tyler just wanted it to be me and him. But Nate asked me out of nowhere, too, if he wanted to hang out. And I thought it would have been fun for them, too, to meet each other. But Tyler was being low-key kind of difficult. But he did interact sometimes. But he was more so on his phone. Nate was more interacting with everybody. But Nate didn't want to talk with Tyler. Tyler didn't want to talk to him, which it's sad, but Tyler's just like that with a lot of people, even with Justin still, and they've known each other for like 6-7 years. Pretty sure there's parking in the front. There's this godforsaken hospital again. Maybe. I'll look. I have enough time to look this time. If there's parking. So yeah, Saturday we all hung out. We went to 3 different Spirit Halloweens. Tyler didn't want to buy anything for some reason. Nate isn't really a Halloween guy either. None of them really knew what they wanted. Oh, there is a lot of parking. And it was, wow, man, it's very I've never seen this least amount of cars here, man. But good thing I came in this parking lot. Yeah, there's like a shit ton of no cars in this parking lot. But I'm not worried about it. You know what? I'll be busy all day. Today will go by fast. And I get double pay. It's $40 an hour. But yeah, Saturday, Tyler and Nate and I hung out. I haven't hung out with Nate since the fair last month. And then I haven't hung out with Tyler in like a long time, actually. He came over to my house a couple times this year, but we didn't actually drive around and hang out. Took him home. He didn't want to try out the Switch or nothing. Tyler just wanted to go home after the third one. So I dropped him off. Nate and I went back to the house, played some Switch. And then after that, Jack and Nate and we went to Guitar Center. Because, like I said, I'm hoping low-key Nate will want to try out something, too, in the band. Because I need a drummer. But I was asking him, man, do you want to try the drums? There are people who play the drums that he knows. And his dad can help him get instruments. Hence, his dad got me that Morley pedal, which was awesome. And, I'm sure his dad would help him. But yeah, man, but drums, in my opinion, are a lot harder than guitar, in my opinion. Are a lot harder. Because instead of just 2 places where your thinking needs to go besides your fingers, of course you got to think for every finger. You have to think for your hands. You have to think for your hands and your legs. You have to think for your whole body while playing the drums. And it's not easy. Even I can't really do it. I mean, I know how to play simple, but you have to really think of the timing, You have to really think of that timing, and that's a pain in the ass. There's a housekeeper right there. But yeah, so after Guitar Center, I took Nate home. Jack and I went back to the house, and we called it a night. Went to church the next morning. Matt and Justin's dad and sister came. They came over to the house. We had ribs for dinner. Oh, man, it was such a good fucking dinner. They finally made I think it's called Capri salad. I don't know what it's called, where it's the tomato, the different types of the types of vegetables, mozzarella balls, and then balsamic vinegar. I think it's called Capri salad. I was waiting for that for a while, but Gab makes these I prefer it as a shish kebab, though. The way Gab does the mozzarella ball, the lettuce, and then, there was onion in there, too, an onion, and a cherry tomato, or just a diced tomato in general. It was pretty good. But, yeah, we played dice, I played the Switch. We played dice. Matt kept kicking our asses in that game. He won like 3 times in a row, and then my mom won. Some Alaskan rule. I don't know how he's getting like 3,000 at a time, though. I don't know. I'm used to just playing the regular dice, but, I didn't want to be rude, and I just kept playing. And I was actually having a good time. Threw on Night of the Living Dead, and then got in the shower, went to bed. And here I am. So, I'm going to end it here so I can get in there. Lord, give me the strength to get through today. Amen. And I know that's the most simple prayer that I can, but, it's only Max here. It's not like Allie's here, because I'd get real irritated with her easily, but it's only Max. I'm glad it's only Max. I like Max, sort of. Max and I have already bumped into each other a couple times. Like I said, these managers don't really like me all that much. I'm keeping this out here so I don't lose it. But anyway, it's time to get this show on the road, even though I'm 10 minutes early. But anyway, bye for now. Wish me luck, and have a good week. Yeah.